Legion versus Doomsday King of Hell, who would win? In a world where power knows no limits, two unstoppable forces are about to collide, shaking reality itself. On one side stands Legion, the chaotic and unpredictable mutant whose mind houses countless personalities, each wielding powers that defy imagination. On the other stands Doomsday, not the familiar destroyer of Krypton, but the King of Hell, a monstrous embodiment of destruction and resilience, evolved beyond death, beyond pain, and beyond reason. The question is simple yet impossible. Who is more powerful when the stakes are universe-shattering? Legion, born David Haller, is more than a mutant. He is a living storm of psychic chaos. His abilities are as vast as his fractured mind, allowing him to manipulate reality, warp time, and unleash psychic attacks that can incapacitate entire cities in moments. Every personality carries a different power, from telekinesis to matter manipulation, and when they work in unison, he becomes a force that even cosmic beings hesitate to confront. His unpredictability is his weapon, and his intellect, sharpened by countless lives lived in fragments, makes him a strategist who can anticipate threats before they emerge. When Legion steps into a battlefield, nothing is certain, because the rules of reality bend at his will. Doomsday, in his King of Hell incarnation, is the ultimate apex predator. This is a creature that has survived every conceivable attack, evolved beyond vulnerabilities, and grown stronger with each confrontation. His strength is titanic, his durability near invulnerable, and his regenerative powers surpass even the most resilient foes. Unlike his previous incarnations, the King of Hell Doomsday carries a malevolent intelligence that matches his raw power. He is no longer a mindless engine of destruction. He is cunning, relentless, and singularly focused on annihilation. A punch from this Doomsday could level mountains, and his endurance allows him to withstand assaults that would vaporize lesser beings. As the battle begins, Legion observes the battlefield with an almost preternatural awareness. Reality bends subtly around him, objects shifting and warping as if obeying his thoughts. Doomsday charges with raw ferocity, the ground shattering beneath each step. Legion counters instantly, projecting psychic barriers that absorb and redirect the King of Hell's momentum. The first clash is seismic, telekinetic energy flares against physical might, sending shockwaves across the terrain. Legion twists the battlefield itself, creating impossible geometry that confuses Doomsday, forcing the monstrous being to adapt to constantly shifting rules. Doomsday is relentless. He crashes through psychic constructs, shrugging off mental attacks that would cripple any normal foe. Each time Legion attempts to manipulate reality, Doomsday's sheer force distorts the attempt, his infernal essence resisting the psychic intrusion. Legion must pivot, switching personalities, summoning powers that attack the King of Hell from unexpected angles. Energy blasts, phasing through matter, even momentarily rewriting Doomsday's physiology to exploit perceived weaknesses. Doomsday counters instinctively, using his unholy regeneration and enhanced senses to anticipate the assaults, turning what should be Legion's advantage into a brutal test of endurance. The battle escalates further as Legion tries to harness his most devastating ability, complete reality warping. Time dilates and contracts. The laws of physics begin to collapse. Legion splits into multiple selves, attacking simultaneously from different timelines and dimensions, creating a storm of psychic chaos that engulfs the King of Hell. For a moment, it seems Legion's intellect and omnipotent potential might finally dominate. Doomsday reels under the assault, reality itself tearing around him. But the King of Hell has endured annihilation before and evolved beyond mere power. He channels the infernal energy that makes him immortal, regenerating instantly from attacks that would obliterate galaxies. He strikes back with a force that fractures dimensions, closing the gaps Legion created, turning psychic attacks into opportunities for devastating counterstrikes. Legion, sensing the tide shifting, dives deeper into the mental maelstrom, attempting to trap Doomsday in an illusionary reality where every action is preordained. Doomsday, however, is no ordinary mind to manipulate. The King of Hell's consciousness is raw, primal, and unfathomably ancient, resisting Legion's psychic constructs with sheer willpower. Each attack Legion launches is met with brutal retaliation, a combination of overwhelming physical might and infernal cunning. The battlefield becomes a blur of psychic storms, hellfire eruptions, and reality fractures, a testament to the sheer scale of their confrontation. The turning point comes when Legion realizes that power alone cannot win this fight. Every reality-warping ability, every psychic onslaught, meets the King of Hell's inexorable adaptation. Doomsday begins to counter not just with strength, but with strategy, exploiting the limits of Legion's focus, attacking personalities that are overextended, creating openings that the mutant cannot fully defend. Legion's mind strains under the magnitude of his own powers, the fragmentation of self reaching a breaking point. Doomsday capitalizes instantly, striking with devastating force, overwhelming Legion's defenses, and sending shockwaves of destruction across the battlefield. In the final moments, both combatants are pushed to their peak. Legion, the mind of infinite potential, unleashes a final, desperate reality warp. Doomsday, the ultimate engine of destruction, meets it head-on, turning psychic energy into kinetic force, smashing the constructs into oblivion. Legion's psychic assault is spectacular, bending time and space around the King of Hell, but it is ultimately insufficient against a being whose essence has been forged in endless cycles of death and evolution. Doomsday's regenerative and adaptive powers, combined with his overwhelming strength and endurance, allow him to survive what would annihilate any other foe. The psychic storm collapses, and the King of Hell stands unbroken, a living testament to power unrelenting and unstoppable. The verdict is clear. At peak, Legion is a mind of near-limitless potential, a master of psychic chaos capable of bending reality itself. But the King of Hell Doomsday embodies raw destructive force, endurance, and adaptive evolution that surpasses even the most potent psychic onslaughts. In a direct confrontation, the scales tip in favor of the creature whose power is physical, infernal, and eternal, a being who cannot be easily erased or outmaneuvered. Legion pushes the limits of imagination and chaos, but Doomsday King of Hell withstands, adapts, and ultimately dominates. The final result is undeniable. The King of Hell emerges as the stronger, more powerful entity, proving that even infinite potential can meet its match against relentless, evolved destruction. In this clash of gods and monsters, one truth prevails: Doomsday King of Hell reigns supreme.